Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. Thank you for watching this video. So in this video, we'll discuss about the ubiquitous. What is the meaning of the ubiquitous? Anywhere or present, anytime, and anyone can have it. Okay. So ubiquitous computing is referred to the computer itself that everyone can have it. Computers is everywhere and computing is embedded everywhere in our life. Nowadays, a lot of devices, we have smart devices. So all the smart devices have the computing process. So computing is embedded into the devices. So we can find it anywhere, anytime. So Ubicomp is the method of enhancing the computer use by making it available throughout the physical environment while effectively invisible to the users. So that are the definition, the description. Okay, how to can explain it. So the idea of the Ubicomp arose from contemplating the place of today's computer, the current computer, in actual activities of every day in our life. So it's related to the daily life. The challenge is to create a new kind of relationship of people to the computers itself, where the presence of the computer would not get in the way of the people life. Ubicomp helped kick off mobile computing research interests around the world. Based on the words computing anywhere, anytime. So this become the new era of Ubicomp in the mobile world. So modern mobile devices has element of ubiquitous computing, where most user does not realize that they are interfacing with the computer while using the mobile devices. A machine often can sense changes in the environment and act accordingly. Yes, somehow, because everyone deal with the computer every day, in certain part, they didn't realize that they are dealing with the computer. Okay, for example, when you withdraw your money from the ATM is a computer, but you didn't realize that is the computer. But in that case, your ATM is not mobile device. Okay, it's just an example. Okay, example, you do your assignment using your phone. But sometimes you only refer that this is your phone, not the computer. But actually, inside the phone, there is the computing process. It is a machine. So now we go for the ubiquitous computing principles. What are the principles? The first one, it helps user perform activities in their life. Second, the information and tasks should be made available everywhere. Third, computer should be invisible to the users. You are dealing with the computer, but you didn't see that is a computer. That device is the computer. Number 4, technology should create a calm. In face of information overload, information representation should be well integrated within the physical environment and should be intuitive to the users. So that are the 4 principles. The 4 basic principles. What is the ubiquitous computing? Okay. The vision of this ubiquitous computing. First, the desktop computer should be replaced by the embedded computers in typical physical object without interfering with the current functionality of the said object. Okay. Second, the use of embedded computers in typical object may enhance the object functionalities. So it will add some more features in that object. Next, we go for the embedded computer or embedded technology. So these are the type of the embedded computer. I believe that most of you already heard about this kind of controller that we call as the microcontroller. Okay, example here we have the Arduino. So actually it is a computing that have the capability to control something. That's why we call it as microcontroller. So any device that have this kind of embedded computer can work like a computer, but the 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 task that they can do less power compared to the computer itself. Okay, so an embedded computer is a microcontroller or microprocessor based system device for specific function. It performs specific functionality and used today in various applications and may be a part of large system, but it relies on its own processor. So in microcontroller example, we have the Arduino. Okay, most of the students nowadays, either they are in the primary school, secondary school, or even in the university, they are now working with the microcontroller. Using the microcontroller, you can create a lot of things and make the Internet of Things become a reality, for example. Okay, now what the difference between the general computer and the embedded computer? Embedded computer, usually embedded computer is come together in certain device. Okay, that's why we call as the embedded. So a general purpose computer, for example, our PCs or laptop are used for different tasks. Embedded computer can only work on specific tasks. You already programmed that embedded computer to do certain tasks. For example, if you use Arduino microcontroller, okay, Arduino as the microcontroller, in order to do tasks for alarm, you give an alarm if certain level of thing being full already, or you can use the Arduino controller in order to control the temperature. Let's say the temperature is below 37, then you will set that it's too cold. You set after more than 37 degree, then you set that danger, for example. So you use the microcontroller in order to control certain tasks specific only for that task that you already programmed it. So a PC is able to work on different functions at the same time. Okay, you have a PC, you can do your assignment, you can watch a video, you can surf to the internet, you can play a game, you can listen to the music using the general purpose of computer, using your PC. Embedded computer are programmed for particular function, only for particular function. It's based on what you already programmed to that embedded computer. So embedded computer does not require much power and computing abilities compared to the general computer. So the first one, you can say that general purpose can do different tasks. Embedded computer only for specific tasks. General computer have more power, need more power in order to process. Embedded computer only need certain amount of power in order to compute, or does not require much power compared to the general computer. So example of the ubiquitous computing device, we have smartphone, we have smartwatch, we have the interactive whiteboard. Okay, in the present nowadays we have the interactive whiteboard. You can use the whiteboard, you can easily erase the words that you already typed to the whiteboard. RFID smart tag, you have touch and go, right? You have digital cameras, you have anti-glare ray view mirror, your dashboard camera, Google Glass, the Huawei spec, Android spec. Okay, that a lot of things that we call as example of the ubiquitous computing devices currently in our daily life. Okay, you become example device wristwatch. So we have watch. This is our usual or normal watch. And based on this watch, we transform to the smartwatch. We put the computer inside your watch. So we call as embedded computing inside your watch. Okay. Before this, we have camera. Then we change into the smart camera. So before this, we use a film. The next one, we only have this memory storage. What we call as the memory card. Okay. The previous one, we have only the review camera mirror. Now this is your view mirror inside your car. Okay, RFID tags. If you go to shopping complex, you can find this kind of things. At the books library also have this kind of thing. Okay, three wave of computing under the Ubicomp. Computing has evolved in many ways. In essence, there are three waves of computing. The first one, mainframe, many person one computer. Okay, this. Second, we have the personal computer. And third, ubiquitous computing, one person many computer. Okay, the previous one, many person only we have one computer. The second wave, personal PC, one person one PC. And the third wave, one person many computer. You can look at yourself. You only one person, and you have mobile, you have smartphone, you have smartwatch, you have PC, you have desktop, you have laptop. So one person, many computers. You have DSLR cameras and others of things that we can call as the computing devices. So that are the evolution from the previous until the current. Okay, we are already in the third wave, and look around, you have many computers. And you can count how many computers that you own. Sometimes you didn't realize that the things that around you are the computers. Okay, how many computers or sensors in a car? Okay, the car use engine control unit, so control ignition, timing, and idle speed for the car. Translate the foot pedal pressure applied by human to computer signal. Transmission computer, TCM module, okay, which control the transmission and gear ratio, especially in a CVT gear car. So in a car, we have a lot of computer and sensor. Okay, driving assistance system, lane assist system, blind spot detection, park assist system, adaptive cruise control system, active braking. Okay, you can compare the previous car, for example, Proton Saga in 2005 and Proton Saga in 2021. Find the difference, and you may found that a lot of things have been changed. A lot of technology have been implemented. A lot of computing and sensoring in your car, in the current car compared to the previous car. Okay. In this example, we have line detector for your car. Example for this part is the Proton X50. It has the line detector. And then it has the back camera that help you to reverse parking. Okay, and then you have the system that can alert you for the blind spot, and somehow your car can stop when they have people or object in front within certain meters or certain range. So that are the current technology that being implemented in our daily life. For more information, you can go to this video, or you can just type at your YouTube in order to find a lot of lane assist system for the car, parking system, smart parking system for the car, cruise control for the car, and a lot of things that you can find from the internet. This one is blind spot detection, park assist system, adaptive cruise control system, active brake system. So there's a lot of sensor and a lot of computer that control this kind of information. So that's mean when the computer breakdown, your car will not work as what you expected. Okay, it is good, but somehow it still have the weaknesses. Okay, let's say you love that to have a car that can be controlled using the mobile phone, for example. Car come here, so car will come to you. Okay, for example, that means you depends on the internet in order to connect from your phone to the car. The risk there is people can hack to your car system. They can control your car if they're able to breach the security part. Okay, that one of drawback when have technologies control everything. Okay, and for the car next, how many sensors in smartphone? You can look at your smartphone. Not every phone, but certain phone, we have the accelerometer, magnetometer, gyroscope, okay, near field communication, NFC, GPS assisted, proximity sensor, and photometer. So using this kind of sensors, when you want to develop your mobile application, you can use this kind of sensor that already embedded in your smartphone as a features or primary features for your mobile application. Okay, for example, you want to detect something using NFC. So you already have NFC in your phone. So you can use this technology with your application when you want to develop something. Maybe you can develop book identification using NFC. So you create a mobile application that use the NFC in order to retrieve information from your book. So your book must have the NFC card. So you use your smartphone in order to read the NFC tag. Okay, that is example. accelerometer. Then you can check the speeds of your car, for example, using your mobile application, GPS assisted. So using this sensor in your smartphone, you may develop a mobile application with geofencing that you can create the visual map on certain location, that based on that part you can create the mobile application. So that's a kind of thing that you can think or imagine creatively based on what your smartphone have. What are the sensors inside your smartphones? Okay, this one Ubicomp is in car can save life, because we have a lot of sensor. For example, we have the line sensor, so you need to drive your car within the line, in the one lane. If you can't control the car, so it will alert you. Okay, okay, for example, this one we have proximity sensor system is available in the most modern car. So the system calculate vehicle velocity, acceleration, and its distance with the car in front to avoid accident. So if accident is deemed unavoidable, the car will automatically retention the seatbelt in order to minimize the occupant injury. That is the technology that we can use inside the car. So another example, we have the active city stop for Ford car, active radar for the Toyota. So different car have different sensors and embedded computer. Okay, this one is photometer and accelerometer. Okay, photometer help you to adjust screen brightness automatically for your phone. You can check your phone how the brightness of your screen can change automatically, and battery power, saving your battery power mode. That is based on the photometer. Okay, automatic screen orientation is made possible with the accelerometer. When you change the position of your phone, a vertical and horizontal, okay, like this one, it change automatically. It's based on the sensor accelerometer. And then proximity sensor help to disable touch screen while you are talking to your friend using your phone. So without the proximity sensor, your cheek might accidentally touch the hang up button, the red button on the phone while you are communicating with your friends. So these kind of sensors that help you in order to do certain tasks. Okay, next we go for the key element of the Ubicomp. First, ubiquitous networking, about the connectivity. So it is as a medium to share data and convey the information with the people, others people. Ubiquitous sensing, various sensors which can act as the eyes and ears interacting with the environment to add awareness. Okay, for example, if you want to create a lane detection detector, so you need to use the sensor. If you want to detect object in front of you within certain distance, you need the sensor. Okay, next, ubiquitous access. So concept of accessing service or data from anywhere. So mobile, wearable, portable screens. So that are the concept, the key element of the Ubicomp. Accessing the service or data from anywhere with natural and unobtrusive display. So user require least effort to absorb the information. The next is ubiquitous middleware. We have firmware, we have a lot of way. So this one we talk about the ubiquitous middleware, the shield the application from low level implementation details. So less interface is more for the users. So it's not too complicated. So the next part we'll discuss about allocation awareness and context awareness. So until this part, you should be know and understand the concept of ubiquitous computing in the mobile technology. So that's all for this video. Thank you and assalamualaikum.